I am your host, Chris, Panic at the Tesco, and you are joining me tonight at the Nurburgring GP circuit, where we have an endurance race of 1 hour tonight, 10 minutes of qualifying coming up in 5 minutes' time, and we are here in the Lamborghini Huracan, as always, for this season, with all of your favourites, except one. There's one of the crew missing tonight, and that is because tonight is a official no-fly zone. There is no Stormfly in the race tonight because he's away on business. So it gives all of us another chance to win. Anyone can win this time round because he's not there. So I think he's watching. If you're watching Stormfly, give us a thumbs up in the comments, or say hello, and tell me what I'm doing wrong as well. If you can spot any places I can drive faster, let me know. I'm just going to make one small change to the stream settings, so you will see the stream go offline for a moment, I think, or it might actually just completely restart the stream. But either way, I'm just going to make it show how many people are watching, because that just gives me a cue of when to engage with the audience. So let me just make that change now, and then we'll get underway. And just like that, we now should be able to see when we've got people watching, which will come up in the top corner when people are watching, which is good because that just helps inflate my ego and give me a couple of extra tenths of a second per lap, just purely from ego. I'm going to leave you again for another second, just because I haven't got my race side drink with me, and I'll tell you what that is in a second. Have a guess in the chat what you think tonight's drink of choice is going to be. Hint, it's not Yorkshire tea. And I'm back, and I have my drink of choice. You might have heard it opening. It's an Italian drink, that's your clue, but I will tell you during the first pit stop what I'm drinking tonight. Interestingly, I think I'm allergic to it. And, some of my races I said I've not been feeling well. Well, I think I'm allergic to sweeteners. But more on that story as it develops. So this will be interesting if I take a swig and suddenly start shaking like Ozzy Osbourne, but that is generally what happens. I start shaking uncontrollably after I drink certain things. So it could happen, but got to get my excuses in, haven't I? I'm just doing my socials, which I do every time because not everybody is watching, and they should be, because this is easily the best thing on TV on a Sunday night. So come and watch. Let's aim for the most people watching that I've ever had, which I think is 3. So let's see how many people can come along and watch me do badly. God knows how this is going to go, but it's always nice to have a crowd. And hang on, you know what, I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to put the link actually out on Facebook as well. So, race time, ! And then the link. So yeah, sorry, everyone who watches my videos knows that I do this at the start of the video. I am looking to get a better streaming setup, so it sort of like sends out the link and stuff. But we've got our first viewer. Welcome, viewer number 1. You win nothing. You don't win a prize, just my eternal love and gratitude, which is arguably the most important thing in mankind. and I'm going to try and keep up the nonsense tonight. I've got a track where you are able to get a breather between corners. If you was watching my VR preview earlier today, if you didn't, go check that out. I was absolutely on it with the quips. We've already had the no-fly zone joke with Stormfly. I'll milk that one as much as I can. Let's talk about the championship. I think we're about to get underway, actually. We're supposed to start at 1:45. But if I can get it in before we start, Stormfly's leading the championship. He's already won the championship, and that's why he doesn't have to be here tonight. That's Life is 20 points behind me, so he's my main rival. We have got a maximum of 80 points still to grab on the table between tonight's race and next week's season finale. Tonight's race is an endurance race, and we are going to get underway. My goal is to get out of the pit lane as early as possible. We have got a small grid here, only 8 cars. We have seen dwindling numbers in the league this season, but hopefully that will be fixed for next season. We'll get more people on board, and I'm just mashing the accelerator because my suspicion is that that makes you get out of the pit lane faster, but it clearly doesn't, because we're behind a few cars. Actually, we're mid-pack. Must not go across that line, but I want to get past people on this outlap if I can. And that'll do. And I want to also avoid penalties on the outlap. Oh, it shouldn't be too bad here. So the way penalties work on Gran Turismo is you're forced to slow down, and on some tracks it makes you slow down over the start-finish straight, which obviously ruins your next lap. This one, no such problem. But I don't want to be in oodles of traffic for my qualifying lap. And I'm just gathering my thoughts there, as well as gathering the car. These silent periods are basically where my brain starts working. It's hard to talk and to drive fast at the same time, and sometimes I can't even drive fast to begin with. So I think now I'm resigned to the fact that I'm not going to get past Willard for the start of my lap. So I just need to now build a gap back to Nordy. Maybe Nordy will also... I don't think Nordy will care about hanging back from me. Oh, he is doing. Okay. Right. Let's see. That should be enough of a gap. I was going to say, Nordy, I wouldn't expect to be hassling me through the lap. Leg in the pits. Interesting. Just concentrate on getting through the first corner. Bring it to the outside. Shift into third. Easy on the throttle, hook the inside. Push it to the outside. Break down 2 gears, nice and tight here. And then you're supposed to use all the track there. I want to get this done on the first lap if I can. And then there, I think I could have pushed it a little harder there. Could have been earlier on the power there. Braking as I pass the tower, and then you want a late apex here, there, so that you can get on the power, up the hill. I think my second lap will be compromised by Willard. It's a slight issue. Nice and tidy through there. and tidy through there, but I don't think fast. It'd be nice if I'm getting a toe off Willard here. That would be very nice. That was tidy. Hit the bollard dead centre, that was what I was aiming for. Not the best exit there. I had to get on the brake there. Is he giving me a tow though? 2:05.1. Yes. Good lap. Solid lap. Let's just see if we can improve it. Kind of getting dirty air off Willard here. Sliding the car quite a lot there. I think that might be a penalty. It wasn't. Oh, bloody hell. Try and get a tow. Don't want to hit him, but I was later on the brakes than him. Yeah, he's held me up. Just noticed Dizzy in second. Good man. Willard having to get on the brakes there. Am I going to get him into the chicane? Probably not. But I want to try my luck here a bit. Nah, I'm going to slow back down. Give him a gap. We'll go again. So, we've got 2 more attempts, I think. A bit early on the brakes this time, but let's see if we can gather it up nicely. Oh god, that was slow. That's definitely not the right line through there. Yeah, this is a bad lap. But the gap to second is massive. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, bad exit there as well. Couldn't get on the power. Just as well I got that first lap in, isn't it? Although this lap would be good enough for pole. Even half a second down. It's a good job I got that other lap in. Yeah. That first lap was really on it. I'm going to take this as fast as I can, but I might back out again just to see where I am with Willard. Yeah, I'm just going to back off. This is going to be my last lap, but it's going to be everyone else's last lap as well. I know where I can find time. I know what I can do faster. I don't need to go faster, but I do know where I can go faster. Really on it with the brakes that time. I was at least a car length later on the brakes. That's better. Nice. And that's better as well. See how I was using the full width of the track there? I'm going to attack this one as well. Yes. That wind is really helping the braking into that hairpin. Braking again like a car length later. Hello viewers. You're watching as I am hopefully about to set the most dominant pole of my time in Ultimate Racing League. But I've got to finish the lap. Oh no. Bad end. That wasn't particularly good. Mind you, decent final corner. I'll be really happy if I've improved on my time. And I have. 204s, 204.9. Oh, I was telling the guys that I could do a 204 and some rolled eyes. That's the most dominant pole of my whole career. I wish Dawnfly was here, because it would be less dominant if he was. And it's a team 1-2. I'm just gonna... Alright, yeah, sorry, just getting the strategy out of the way. It was a bad lap though. Like the first part of the lap was perfect, but I got understeer on the way into the chicane there, and I didn't get the car straightened out to the right as I hit the bollard. But still, that is a demolition of sorts, and therefore I am quite happy with that. Let's not forget to set our tyres. So I am going to run a strategy that will make the video more interesting, let's say. So for those who are new and haven't seen this before, I've got 23 laps to come now, and I've got to use 3 compounds of tyre. I've got to do 3 laps on each as a minimum, and everybody knows the hard tyre is terrible, so you really want to do your 3 laps on the hard, which is what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and do 3 laps on the hard. It means that I might get into a bit of a fight with the cars around me. In theory, this will make me 1.5 seconds slower than the cars on mediums, and it will make me 3 seconds slower than the cars on softs. But I'm getting them out of the way early. I'm going to do 3 laps on them and then pit. That's the theory. And then the idea then is that I'll come out dead last, miles behind everyone, but I will be in clean air, hopefully. I'm just watching out for getting mugged on these hard tyres because they're slow as anything. It's all going to be about the speed I carry through the chicane. If I can get these tyres to behave through that chicane, I'll be very hard to pass down the main straight. And if I can get out of the hairpin isn't a big deal because you'd have to be really on it to get past through there. Good timing to whoever's just joined. We are about to go racing. It is 8 o'clock on the dot. We are ready for an hour's worth of racing. And I was just thinking about where I could get overtaken here. Well, the other thing I'm hoping here is Dizzy now knows that I'm starting on hard tyres. I've messaged him. So I hope that he doesn't cause me a bunch of aggro. And I haven't actually got this sound. Whoa, that was dodgy. My sound cut out. I'm hoping it doesn't do that in the race. Let's go. Welcome viewer, joined right at the start, good timing. And I am under pressure like I thought I would be. And everyone's trying, oh, that's a track limits. It's the first time I've got done with track limits there, and I've got done on the first bloody lap. It's going to make my afternoon a bit more exciting. And I don't know about team orders. But I am going to be a sitting duck with this half a second penalty. That's life in third. Right, so it's cost me on Dizzy Rip. Go here. Yep, couldn't get me. Well, he's in my toe. I'm just getting rid of these hard tyres though. Oh, he's blocked me turn again. But I did say this strategy would make my race more interesting. I'm wondering if the track limits are different in qualifying than in the race. Because I've never got track limits through there, and I've pulled some absolute jokes of a line through there. But now I'm just going to try and keep up with these guys whilst I'm on this crap tyre. They're making mistakes. Oh! Oh! Ouch! Up the inside. He might be a bit unhappy with that because, you know, we did touch, but I think it was clean enough. Like, I got a decent amount of my car up his inside. I found my rhythm now with these hard tyres. I'll be a bit annoyed if these guys are on hards and that it just turns out that I sucked. But for now I'm just going to blame the tyres. Struggling a little bit, but I get to pit this lap. I can see where these guys are losing the 1.5 seconds to me. I can see it. They're wide on some of the exits. Ah, these hard tyres are rubbish. I just realised that's Willard in front of me. I thought it was Clegg. That was bad. Understeer like mad. But the thing is, I've got the bad tyres out of the way now. And in the pits we go. And we're going to go onto the softs. And that's life was on hards. So that's life was genuinely quite close behind me there. I didn't see what tyres they were on. But let's get into a rhythm now. I'm really nervous of track limits there now. Just try and focus on the exit. Pulled a bit of a gap on that slide. I'm just looking at the time. So now this is all about undercut. Can I close down the gap to the cars in front so that when they pit they come out behind me? definitely not helping me. Having to get on the brakes there halfway around the corner, which is not really the way that you should be going around the corner. And Nordy doing 4 laps on the hards. Interesting. So that's one of the cars passed. Now let's try and go for a fastest lap. So you want to widen this out. Where you see that path is where you let off the accelerator and then start turning in on the power as early as you can down here. And then just gently brake. Ooh, this might be a bloody penalty for that. I think that's how I got a penalty last time. No penalty this time, it's been kind. And we won't be doing close to the qualifying lap times because we've got a full tank of fuel. And I am having to adapt to that with my driving. So you see like there, I wanted to be actually bringing the car across onto the rumble strip there, but the full tank of fuel is saying no. But let's just keep the foot down. I'm wondering what tyres Dizzy's on. I wish he'd have told me, because I would certainly adapt my strategy around what he's doing as my teammate. I'm hoping this could be the first Team Yorkshire T1-2. A little bit slow on the accelerator there, but I'm going to blame the fuel load. Nice power delivery on the exit there. That's kind of how you want to pick up the throttle there. What's this going to be? I think that would have got me pole, wouldn't it? So now I'm just braking a bit later. Just as I was driving down the straight there, I was just taking a look at whether we have a tailwind or a headwind. We've still got that headwind. Just focusing now on consistency. And it's all about the corner exits here. That's where the lap time is. Flying. I think I can even go faster up here. Because I remember on my last lap I took second gear through here. I'm going to try third. Yes. Onto that curve beautifully. That was spot on. I'm sorry to be bragging, but look at the time. 0.7 of a second faster. This lap's going to be mega if I don't mess it up here. It was so-so, but then again my last lap was pretty awful through there. Oh, sliding and late on the power. Cost me a few tenths that. Oh, but I've improved. And a lap that is almost as fast as my quali lap. We'll see if that's track limits, because I was surprised on lap 1, to be honest. It's the harshest track limits I've had in a while. Coming up to someone I need to pass for position. Hawkeye hasn't done his pit stops yet, so he will be a pit stop behind me, but he is ahead of me on the track. Oh, and he's very wide through there. Gonna try and get a run on him now. I don't know if my driving's not as good or whether I've had the best of the tyres. I think it's actually just my driving, because that last lap was perfection. Kind of ruined that. I couldn't get the car turned across, and then I was just trying to avoid a penalty, so it cost me 1.9. That's why I don't really do this strategy. I'm not usually a fan of coming through the pack, because it just slows you down. But it makes for a more exciting video, doesn't it? But yeah, I outbraked myself there. Starting to lose the fronts. Wasn't anticipating the understeer there. That'll cost me down this straight. Kind of glad Stormfly's not here, because he'd probably be capitalising on all of these micro errors. Like there, you see I should get out the accelerator. It's cost me 4/10. My signal to pit is when the delta reaches 1.5 in free air, because that is the delta to the medium tyres, the point at which the medium tyres are as quick as the softs. But good sectors. Not every sector has to be a personal best. And that was better. Just keeping an eye on the gap to Dizzy, 24 seconds. So it was better, it was actually slower. Oh well. Let's see what we can do this lap. Super late on the brake that time, bit deep there. This is where the front tyres start to let you down. Yeah, the fronts aren't quite as eager anymore. But I can see I've gained another 6/10 on this lap on Dizzy. And that's Life's in the distance behind me. He's not actually got past Hawkeye yet. He could be on the mediums though, so I've just got to be mindful of that. In fact, I didn't actually clock what tyres he was on the way out of the pits. We're starting to get to a point where these tyres have lost some significant performance. But then I keep going. That was perfect. I was going to say, I didn't have to get out of the accelerator there between the chicanes. So that's what I've been trying to do, is you should really be on the accelerator right from the turn in there. And let's have a look. That sector, yeah, was personal best. Clipped that quite nicely that time. The camber of that corner is what makes it so difficult. You see how sort of skew-if the corner is? Nice and smooth there. It's not going to be a personal best sector because of the tyres, but it's going alright. Difficult to get across with that late apex there. Yeah, I'm happy with this. 4 tenths off at this stage in a stint. Coming up to halfway in the race in a lap or two. Just squeezing the accelerator there like it's an egg. What you're seeing here, this is why it's difficult for me to get a read on the performance of the car, because my lap times are a bit inconsistent lap to lap. Like sometimes I get it perfect through there, sometimes I don't. And when I'm trying to work out if the tyres have actually gone off, it's kind of difficult when you put in your personal best lap. I mean, again, personal best in the final sector there, I'm just driving really well. That sounds very modest, doesn't it? I am gutted that Stormfly couldn't make it for this race, because I feel like this could have been an eye-opener. You know, I feel like I might have had a genuine advantage over him, because I'm just really enjoying the car. I know how to go fast round here. I understand the track, unlike last week at Dragon Tail, where I was guessing, I'll be honest. Whoa, did you hear the squeal from the tyres there? And the car just leapt. Just going to mute my phone. Braking just past the tower. Should be braking at the tower, but we've got a tiny bit of a headwind. Having to get off the accelerator a tiny bit there. Oh. Well, I was going to say it was a bad sector, but remember, the car sort of jumped a little bit with understeer in the S. The tyres are now half dead. This is the point where the tyres tend to really scream no more. But there's also just the consideration of fuel load as well. My fastest lap isn't safe, because on empty tank of fuel, someone could put the soft tyres on and just smash it. Confirms that Dizzy was on soft. I'm sorry, Dizzy, if I held you up then in the opening lap. I did not know that you was on soft. I would have played the team game a little bit easier if I'd have known, I would have probably just tried to let you by. Just having to short shift quite a lot now. The tyres are unhappy with me, and yes, I'm 6/10 down now. I'm starting to feel them a bit now. I'm having to take third gear through there. But I need to wait. I'll wait until I've done 2 laps in a row at 1.5 seconds off the pace before I switch to the mediums. Well, this could be the first of those 2 laps. But I want to do 2 laps in a row just to rule it out whether it's my driving or not, because I could have just driven 6/10 off the pace through those sectors. There we go, we are slower than mediums on this lap at least. Let's see. Just going to take a drink. Decent final sector. Net loss 2/10 compared to the medium tyres. Probably push them a bit harder through there, to be fair. Yeah, having to get really out of it there, and then it just doesn't want to turn. This will be slow. Yeah, they've gone. Bye-bye, tyres. But everyone else has got this to go through with these soft tyres as well. Yep, I think I'm pitting this lap. The only thing that can change my mind now is this next sector time, which is not going to be a good one because, God, I can't get the car turned. It would not turn. Yeah, 1.5 seconds. The tyres are now as bad as mediums. I've got 10 laps to do on the mediums, which is kind of what I thought the strategy would be, by the way. Nice easy pit lane entrance here. On to the mediums. I didn't reveal what my drink was, did I? I said in the first pit stop I would tell you, but I was too distracted. San Pellegrino, Limonata. I thought, Italian car, Italian drink. Oh, and that's life was on the mediums. Oh, crap. I'm 15 seconds behind me as well. This isn't in the bag. This is not in the bag. I've got thingy-majig to pass as well. Well, these tyres feel lovely. not too happy about the gap to That's Life. I only managed to pull 15 seconds on it. He must have had very, very good bumps on those mediums compared to me. Let's see what I can do now. Can I get thingy-majig into the... No, I'm too far back really. I was going to say, can I get him into the chicane? Not from here, I can't. Should be able to get him into turn 1, fingers crossed. Nice and easy. Whoa. A little bit too much of my mediums there. And I suppose the thing I've got to think about here is That's Life's tyres will go off. Not too deep there. Concentrate, Chris. But these delta times now, yeah, they're normal. This is why you delay switching to the medium tyres. Actually, not as good. But what I was trying to say, if I can get a coherent thought out, is that That's Life's tyres will go off during the stint. And mine won't. Beautiful. I was happy with that. 2.5 seconds between me and Thingy was on softs. Wow. That's better. That might be track limits. It wasn't. See what I mean about lap 1 now? It gave me track limits and I didn't know. I didn't do nearly as bad as that. The thing is, if you can get away with doing that, you should do that every lap. That is the fastest way around the track. Some people go, oh, that's cheating. Well, if the track limits are defined as allowing you to do that, then do it. So the gap's still 15 seconds to That's Life. That's promising. Can't close me down whilst his tyres are in good shape, and he ain't going to close me down when they're worn. And these tyres, these mediums, they don't wear out. In fact, they do not wear out. Whoa, I've lost some time there. I'm just trying to avoid a penalty though. Yeah, I avoided the penalty. You get the penalty if you cross the wrong side of it. But yeah, I got out of shape there, and oh, it cost me as well. That really cost me. Okay, Chris, don't do that again. That's what I mean. If I was racing against Stormfly right now, that might be the chance where he's then all over me. Since I'm allowed to do that, I will. Very consistent on the lap times. Well, I don't know about on the lap times, but on the sectors. Always 4/10 off in the first sector on these medium tyres. Although, I say that, gained a bit of time there. Do you know what? I wish Gran Turismo would let you reset your reference time. I'd reset it to the best lap I've done on mediums. That was nice. Yeah, because when I cross the line, I want that delta there to say plus 1.5. That's how I know that I'm driving flat out perfectly. So that's the delta between the tyres. Oh, nearly hit the barrier. I had to turn left into a right-hander just for a moment then. There we go. That's nearly exactly plus 1.5. That's Life has reduced the gap though. He's only got 6 laps. Whoa. I think I'm overdriving these mediums. I'm allowed to do this, and I quite like it. Plus 3/10 again. Don't have to worry about passing Dizzy, because he's going to have to pit on lap 20. I'm just making myself a hard target for That's Life to catch. That's the plan. Because he can catch me, but I'm making it so he can't catch me enough. Slow apex speed there. Not really getting on the power right there either, but I'm still gaining on That's Life on that lap. Oh, and actually, technically that's my best lap of the race, because I was less than 1.5. It didn't look like a very good lap to me. Mind you, the the fuel's wearing off the car now as well, so that gap of 1.5 is not really valid when you know, when you've basically not got any fuel on board. Just going to check. Yeah, I was going to make sure I've got enough fuel to actually reach the end of the... What? Oh, this game's just making it up. I think I know what it is now. It's the first corner of that sequence. I think if you're too narrow on the first corner, it does that to you. Ooh, got oversteer then. But yeah, I think That's Life's tyres will surely be looking less than perfect by now. Gonna have to serve my penalty. There we go. I've been a naughty boy. No supper for me tonight. I'll tell you what. They say, you know, like a racing driver loses several stone or something in, well, not several stone, like, it says something like 10 kilos or something in body fluids during a race. And I'm not a racing driver, I'm just on a PlayStation, and I feel like I'm losing the same amount. I am literally bathed in my own sweat right here, and I'll leave you with that mental image. I think I will have a bath after this. It's a genuine workout. Right, I'm not going too narrow there, because I think that is what it doesn't like. That's Life's got 3 laps to gain 12 seconds on me. Dizzy's got to pit this lap. He's had the joy of leading most of the race, but he hasn't used hard tyres. I've been watching. And I think the car's actually starting to feel alright now as well, even though the lap times aren't much faster. The car's feeling a bit alive. It's even getting a tiny bit of oversteer now. So Dizzy's done his final pit stop, and I am back in the lead. I hope Dizzy gets out in front of That's Life. I don't think he will, but I hope he does. That's Life's got him. Car's feeling beautiful now. It's not like I'm going to go and set like the fastest lap of the race on the last lap, but it's with the lower fuel load, it's starting to feel more like a race car and less like a boat. I'll show you the car, seeing as we're in clean air. This is the Yorkshire Tea Lamborghini. We're very proud of our Yorkshire Tea sponsor. thanks to Alex for doing the livery. He's a very good livery designer. You'll see on the back of the car here, that's the ingredients. You're starting to think that I'm a bit chilled out now. I'm just bringing it home. I'm just sat here telling you the ingredients to tea. That's life's done very well because the gap in qualifying, 1.5 seconds. I think they all expected me just to disappear. I think it was one of the best qualifying laps I've ever put in. Two more laps. It's gone dark. Lots of marbles on the track now. What? I don't understand. Oh well, still gonna win unless I do something stupid. I say unless I do something stupid, you know, something stupid could happen. It has before, like I've had the controller disconnect before. That's happened once. A crash would cost me probably 12 seconds, depending on where I crash. Alright, let's be immature and try and set the fastest lap on the last lap. It's not going to happen because the tyres aren't good enough, but the car's empty of fuel. I'm going to play with the brake bias as well. I've refrained from playing with the brake bias all race, but I do feel like some front bias ought to give me... Oh, actually, I think That's Life had a penalty himself there, by the way. You saw his lap time, his delta just jump. But I was going to say, I think a bit of front bias should just help me slide the back end of the car a tiny bit. I can go wide here, because track limits is the end of the green. I think it's there where I was getting the track limits though, because you're allowed to do that. See, it's let me off. I've set a absolutely stonking sector there. Not enough to be fastest lap, but you know, within a tenth. Throwing it away there though. I was super late on the brakes there and delayed me getting back on the power, but we are coming up to the final sector now, in the lead. Let's wrap it up. Second win of the season coming my way. What a time to put in a crushing final lap. Well, it went wrong. I was going for it. I was absolutely just to entertain myself, to be honest. There we go. Win number 2 of the season. It's the first win that is captured on video, because the first win of the season wasn't actually recorded, and I will upload it as proof at the end of the season. Good race for That's Life to keep the gap just to 11 seconds. Oh, just having a nice big swig of lemonade. So with that, that will be maximum points for me. First time I've ever got maximum points as well for fastest lap, for pole and race win. I've never managed that, the triple. It means I can have the week off next week. I don't actually need to do next week's race, but I'll be trying to win next week's race as well. I want to beat Stormfly on track. Sorry if the sound's been a bit quiet as well. I hope that everything's audible, because this headset's very bad. Next season I will invest in a clip-on microphone. We're just waiting now for Hawkeye to come over the line. That's the last car running. Well done, Dizzy, on podium. Really, Dizzy needed to be beating That's Life tonight, but That's Life did drive a very good race there. He improved a lot over qualifying. So, happy to have won. Didn't get a clean race bonus. Interesting. But let's save the replay as proof that it happened. I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to go get myself a bath and chill out a bit. So thanks for joining, and I'll see you this time next week for another video. Later.